Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. It is Monday, April 24th. My wife just called upstairs about 10 minutes ago to say Tucker Carlson is no longer employed at Fox News. Interesting. He's the fourth person I've heard that was not renewed by Fox, and we know from the burden cards just popping up, and we know from text messages and such that Tucker Carlson did not like Donald Trump. He wanted a reporter fired for telling the truth. Mentioned that by telling the truth was causing the stock price to go down, etc., etc., etc. So Fox is now parting ways with Tucker Carlson. I'm wondering if he is a sacrificial lamb or if there's something else going on. So we're going to ask Spirit, what's the current situation at Fox News with regards to Tucker Carlson, or maybe any other their news person, their opinion hosts. Thank you. So let's go ahead and throw some cards and find out. Okay, Spirit, what's going on at Fox? Strong emotions. Folks are really upset, probably due to the when you lose $787 million in a lawsuit, you're going to look for people to blame for everything that went wrong. And that's crossed with, of course, the truth. Okay, so they're really, it's upset that the truth got out. And I think this is also you can look at the curtain that the baby's holding. It's, they pulled the curtain back and everything that they were doing in the background was exposed. This isn't I don't look at this as Fox saying, we're changing our ways, we're going to be a strong, emotionally mature network. I think they're really upset and they're looking for somebody to blame. And Tucker looks like he's going to be one of the more prominent fall guys for this. In the past, we have the King of Swords. So, this could be, Tucker's an intelligent person. He's just asking questions, right? So, but I think this is also him just stating things as fact that when he's an opinion host, and even though the King of Swords holds the sword of truth, he wasn't using it to tell the truth. Probably about half the stuff he said were lies or exaggerations. So now you're going to come in here and the network's going to bring the sword of truth in the King of Swords and say, you're gone. You're done. Why? Current situation. You've changed yourself to the devil. You change yourself to Trump. As much as Tucker Carlson loathes Donald Trump, he chained himself to him. And the network chained themselves to Donald Trump. So now I think they're probably going to be in the process of starting to uncouple from Donald Trump. And they're getting rid of people who are associated with Donald Trump. Now, on the best aspect of this, if we're going to read this in the most positive aspect, I think maybe Fox News is starting to make the moves to go away from being a propaganda network. No, knock on wood. I'll hold my breath on that one. I look forward to the day that happens. But right now, they're unchaining themselves from, I think in this case, people that cost the network a lot of money. So Trump may or may not be a part of it. Obviously, Trump's a part of it, right? Because the audience that they were gunning for were the folks supporting Donald Trump, MAGA people. What's the overarching energy? Money. If we have to give a bunch of money to undeserving people. You could think of this as Smartmatic and Dominion, and we have to give all this coins to these two undeserving maggots of companies because of this, basically the stuff that was said and done. And this is all about money. Again, this is a money thing. Lesson to be learned, Page of Swords. Again, Page of Swords can be the spy in the camp, people talking, but I think in this case, it's more, Tucker went from being the King of Swords. I'm like the most popular person on the network to a page. He's been knocked down a couple of pegs. And that's, this is what happens when the company loses $800 million because of stuff that you did. You're now demoted. You're demoted a couple of ranks. Outcome is the Empress. Interesting, because the Empress card a lot of people use as Russia. And there could be ties with Tucker Carlson in Russia that Fox is maybe trying to get ahead of before they end up having to pay even more money. But if we leave Russia, park Russia to the side for a second, this is Fox trying to make sure that they're maintaining whatever resources they have left. They need to make sure they've got enough for everybody else to keep the network solvent and profitable, because probably the network was going to take a big hit. What's underneath it? The lovers. It's the relationships that it's the severing, in this case, of the relationship with Tucker Carlson, but it's also going to be the severing of multiple relationships that they've had. So again, to summarize, Ace of Cups, a strong emotional response to the truth coming out. Tucker used to be the king and king for the day, telling everybody that the way it really was, but it was all lies and fabrications, and it ended up costing the company a bunch of money. So he's been demoted from a king to a page and sent on his way because the company wants to make sure they're taking care of themselves and their shareholders, because the shareholders are clearly the most important thing in any company's priority list. Insert sarcasm here. That's actually not sarcastic. That's actually really true. I don't like that society. I am looking forward to the new society where that's no longer the case. Okay. What's Tucker's future? What's his immediate future? I'm going to have to go back and look. I did a reading on Tucker Carlson a while back, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to see. I have to go back and watch how that panned out. Because I don't remember now. I've done so many readings, the stuff doesn't stick anymore. Which is not a bad thing, I guess, because you get into the moment and it's not conscious thought. It's not my normal biases that I would put in there. I say good riddance to Mr. Carlson. I talked about a family friend who watches Fox News and how much it hurts that she doesn't trust me when I'm telling her that she's being lied to. It was Tucker Carlson was her favorite person, trying to get my mom to watch Tucker Carlson too, and that caused a lot of anxiety. My mom's caught in the middle because she's got her friend telling her about how wonderful this person is and her son beating her down saying, "Don't you dare." Okay. Tucker, what's your future? This is not going well for the Swanson family heir. This is a nightmare. And it might just be, and I don't think this is necessarily Fox. When the Empress came up, we're talking about Russia. I think the nightmare is just beginning. This is all self-inflicted. This card also means it's stuff you've done to yourself. This is self-inflicted. He's going to have to go forward with a new message, probably go to a new network. That's not going to be surprising. It's going to take time to integrate into that new network, as well as to bring people. Now Fox viewers, what do? Do they stay on Fox? Do they follow Tucker? Or do they only watch Tucker's show? There's going to be an integration to this new normal here. And it's karmic. Wow, 2 major arcana. Oh dear. Did somebody flip? Again, this is my card of flipping. If this was a legal case, if this is a legal issue, somebody has somebody's turned state evidence and is implicating him. And if that's the case, yeah, this nightmare is just beginning. And now he's going to have to figure out what he's going to do going forward. Does he maintain his current persona and his current path, or does he back off and try to work with the American government to lower his exposure? This would tell me that he's probably gonna he's either gonna leave and go someplace where he can't be extradited, or he might work with the government. But whatever he is, it's fated. He's done this to himself, and this, again, this is the card of doing it to yourself. This is the card of, and you get what's coming for you. This is your reward or your punishment, depending on your outlook as to what happened. But, at the most positive reading, this is a nightmare for him. He did it to himself, juggling too many things at one time, and now he's got to figure out what he's going to do next. Probably he's going to have to find some new venture. And again, this is something that he earned for himself. But put a pin in it if Russia is involved. And we can ask. I'll throw a little 4-carder on that one as well. Okay. A little bit longer than I wanted to go, but that's okay. This is interesting stuff. Okay. All right, Spirit. Question. Tucker Carlson, when he had the Nine of Swords came up and that anxiety was showing, these cards to shuffle. It does not have to do with Russia. Does it also include his dealings with Russia? Is he in some legal peril with his interactions with Russia, Russian oligarchs? Because wasn't it Tucker Carlson that went to Hungary and was with the leader of Hungary, then their Christian illiberal, their white Christian nationalist party, for lack of a better term, and he wanted the United States to follow Hungary's approach of basically outlawing the Democrats, outlawing liberals and socialists and things like that. Okay, this one wants to come up. All right, let's find out. Is he in trouble? But things due to Russia? Well, he's going to be leaving emotionally, and very possibly he might be running. And again, you've got the moon up here, the sun being eclipsed by the moon. So truth is going to be coming out, and the truth's coming out, and he's going to be leaving. Ace of Pentacles, Crossroads, Two of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, geez. And underneath the Devil. Okay, so how do I... asking if this has to do with Russia? I think it does. I think he's got even more exposure with going on with Russia on that one. And again, self-inflicted. This is probably through Trump or through his own bad decisions. This was a way to make money, and now he's in deep doo-doo, and he's at a crossroads as to what he's going to do. Does he stay? Does he go? Does he try and work with the intelligence agencies and tell them what he knows in the Justice Department to try and get a lighter sentence? Or does he take off? Because it's about money. It's about money offers and all the money that he was getting from whoever in Russia or the oligarchs, and it's family money. And this could end up costing him a lot of money, because this is also your legacy. This is your again, he's an heir to the Swanson family. This guy was wealthy to begin with, but I think sometimes too much and never enough, as Mary Trump's book title would say. They have so much money that they just don't think the laws apply to them, so they do whatever the heck they want, however much they want to, as much as they want to. I'm sure he loved having the that microphone in front of him. He's on TV influencing tens of millions of people. And he's making money at it. Not only through the network, but through other governments reaching out. He wanted to be one of the global elites. But I don't think they're going to keep him in the global elite club. He chained himself to the Devil. This dude's in big trouble. Try not to celebrate too much. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that little chuckle at the end is, you reap what you sow. You cause so much discord. And all for what? For money. For money, fame, power. Well, congratulations. That time's coming to an end. And now the bill's coming due for everything that you've done. And what are you going to do? And how are you going to pay that bill when it comes due? Okay, for entertainment purposes only. Thank you very much for watching the channel. Give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe. Leave comments. I try to respond as much as possible. And if you're somebody, if you made it this far in the end, I should always lead off the videos like this. If you made it this far to the end and you're not, you're a Tucker Carlson fan or a Trump supporter or something, thank you for listening and just asking, step back and just think about what's going on in your life. Trump made MAGA an identity. And is that really who you are? Okay? I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.